Scribes are often described as very learned people, but I think in essence they were craftsmen. Probably people who were trained from a very young age onwards to work as scribes for the government, so to speak. We know very little about scribal training. From Mesopotamia, so modern-day Iraq, we have lots of information, but for example on the Hittite Empire, Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, we know next to nothing. Probably scribes started training at a very early age. In Philadelphia they have a tablet where a scribe once bit a part of, and they had a dentist look at the bite marks of the tablet and they matched the teeth of a 12-year-old person. So if the person who bit off a piece of the tablet was a scribe, then they started maybe at that age of 10 or 12 and had the student learn all the signs. You have to remember that cuneiform script has hundreds of signs, so it's not an easy task to remember and to memorize actively all those signs. This is a very sort of standard size for tablets, but they can also be like your 8 by 11. They were made of clay and they were dried up to the point that people who work with clay call leather hard. That's the stage of clay where you can handle it without leaving fingerprints. If it has a certain shape, it won't even sag or something. And it is that stage where they use to inscribe it, and it can stay malleable in that way, in that leather hard stage, certainly for a day or so. Writing cuneiform is not really very difficult. You use a very simple instrument. I cut here, they call it a stylus. I've cut it from a regular chopstick, and it is cut into a 90-degree hook, and you just press it into the clay and you get a beautiful wedge shape for which cuneiform is so well known, or after which it's called. Cuneiform script was originally just like Egyptian hieroglyphs, so it consisted of recognizable images of persons, of body parts, of things in daily life. For example, on very early cuneiform tablets you will see shapes like this, a head with the eye in there. But as you can see, rounded lines in clay or a clay-like substance like this are difficult, and also the pointed object with which I make it sort of gives very ragged edges, so that's not very nice. And that may have been exactly the reason why they converted the round lines into straight lines and dots in some cases. So for example, the image of the head here with the round lines could be transformed into the following lines. And for the eye, we do that there. So this would be sort of the abstract image of the head, and as such it is absolutely not recognizable to us anymore as the pictograph that it once was. The basic elements of the cuneiform script are the horizontal wedge, two slanted wedges like this, the straight vertical wedge, or what we call the Winkelhaken. There is no English term for this, just a German term. And with this set of 5 basic wedge shapes, you can make an infinite number of signs. For example, I can make the vowels A, E, I, and U.